Manifesting, it should be fun. I named this whole series that, and in this last video, I really want to show you what I actually mean by it because fun isn't about trying harder or wanting more or some vision board you made at 2 a.m. Fun is actually what happens when you finally know how you work. So creating your life stops being a guessing game. So let me bring it all together for you. But one thing before we dive in, yes, this is meant to be fun, but I don't want you to mistake fun for shallow. The work I do is deep and I take it really seriously because it has changed lives, including my own. What I do is read your soul level design and I reflect it back to you so you can make choices from clarity instead of guessing. So I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm here to show you who you are. And in case this is where you're jumping in, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Sandra J. Wilson. I'm a soul realignment practitioner and Akashic life coach, which is just a fancy way of saying I read soul blueprints for a living. So here's where we've been, because here's where it all stacks. This is from part 1 of the series. So you are already manifesting every single day. You just do it unconsciously, and there's a real design for how you do it. And part 2 was about shifting your vibration. Your vibration shifts through action consistently over time. That's the how that the gurus leave out when they tell you how to raise your frequency, but they don't really tell you how to do it or why it's important. And part 3, it was about the 7 comparatives. Those are 7 dials for how you create, and they sit on top of who you are at soul level. So out of all of that comes today, part 4, the rules. It's going to be a really quick one though. The rules that no one actually handed you. And rule 1 is you are always manifesting. The only real choice is whether you do it on purpose or by accident. And rule number 2 is to create something new, you have to change your state. You do have to change your vibrational state. And that happens through taking action, not just thinking about it. Thoughts are not manifestation, period. Rule number 3, who you are now and who you want to become are 2 different things. They're 2 vibrational states that differ from each other. So the bigger the shift you want to make, the bigger the leap you'll have to take, bigger actions. Rule number 4, small things are close to who you are right now. So they show up really fast. They're really easy. Those are the unconscious things that you manifest on a daily basis. Big things are obviously further out. So you have to give them time. You have to be patient. And I give all my clients usually a 6-month runway for the big stuff on purpose, because so they stop expecting a whole new life by Friday. Okay. And rule number 5 is there's no universal method. You create according to your design. The entire game is running your blueprint instead of someone else's. And that should be a relief to hear. And quick one, if this series has been useful to you, please subscribe. Okay, so here's the part I really want to get to. Here's why knowing all of this is actually fun. When how you're built to create, you stop second guessing. You stop overthinking. You stop lying awake at 2 a.m. asking yourself, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to get through this? It turns into a game. Like, how should I create today? Oh, I already know that. That's just how I operate. That's how I work. One less thing for you to carry. One less thing to agonize over. That's the whole premise of this series. Not more hustle, less noise. Your life gets lighter because you're finally working with yourself instead of against yourself. Yes, that's simple. And this is why I don't do a one size fits all, because you're not a type, you're not a category. There has never been another soul design like you, nor will there ever be. So here's what actually happens when we work together. I read your soul profile, who you are at soul level, your energy centers, which is your true purpose, why you're actually here, your soul group of origination, which is how you operate, and all 7 comparatives. Then I map where you're designed to create versus where you're actually operating from right now. So you can see the gap, what you're missing. Yes, 2 or 3 places that have drifted. It's usually 2 or 3 of the 7. And I don't just hand you a diagnosis and say, here you go, good luck. You turn it into aligned action steps for who you are at soul level, how you create, the combination together. So powerful. Actual moves that fit your design, plus how to think about your timeline so you're not white knuckling it. It's a private session, live, just you and me over Zoom. And you get the recording so you can come back to it and you walk out knowing who you are, how you create, and exactly what to do with it. Now, here's the real talk. I can't promise you a specific outcome because the action is still yours to take. It's your responsibility. But hear me on this. If you take those actions with your blueprint in hand, the outcomes can be whatever you want them to be. You want the big stuff? You'll know exactly how to create it because you'll have the recipe for how you specifically are designed to manifest. There's nothing more powerful than that. And even before any of that, you walk away knowing who you are at soul level and how you're built to create. The confidence that comes from that is priceless. The second guessing gets quieted down, the overthinking gets out, and you finally trust your own next step. Before I go, if you haven't done so yet, hit subscribe. More importantly, I want to actually thank you. Thank you for watching this whole series, for getting to the end, for taking your own design seriously. That means something to me. I would genuinely love to talk with you and work with you. If you're ready, of course, if you're ready to know your exact blueprint and where you're operating from. If so, the link is below. Book a call if you'd like to talk it through first, or if you're ready to go, book a session directly and let's get you read. I'm Sandra J. Wilson. Thank you for being here. Soul first, strategy second.